I'm excited for this. This is gonna be fun.
I know it has been fun.
Yeah, it has been. Oh man, I love novellas so much.
Me too.
And for the fall and winter especially is when I really, really love reading novellas for some reason. So like this is just
they're comfort reads for me. Like I started reading when I was in started picking them up when I was in college because I had so much reading to do. Yeah. And I started to hate it. And I'm like, no. We have to figure something out. And so that's where Jessica Kane came in.
Yes!
So I know people are like, oh, there's not enough plot, they're unhinged. But I'm like, that kept me reading. Like her romance, like kept me reading. There were like 70 pages I could get in and out and then like get back to my curriculum that was so daunting. So I'm living. Hey, Lynn!
Hello! Hey, Lynn!
Both picked up Elisa Braden.
Yes, I'm going to show you all the cover for this one because I just started it today. This is the one that, I saw Lynn talking about it on Instagram. And so I'm 35% of the way through. Lynn, I'm loving it so far. It is so good.
It's so good. Hey, everyone.
Hello.
That's a really good point.
What?
It's a busy time she makes a good point. It's a busy time of year.
Oh, yeah.
And it is so sad that Jessica Kane's not writing anymore. I was shocked.
I'm devastated. And like, I have a lot of thoughts on like why piracy has become such a big issue in the last couple of years. But what I did want to say about Jessica Kane, the other day, I read Blast from the Past, which is one of her very recent novellas. It's the one with like, I'll get the cover, but it's like a blue cover. And it was on my TBR for this because there's a paranormal aspect to it. And I'll explain that in a second.
Oh, what? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I have Creepy Court here, but I also have my iPad because I was like, I'm going to get influenced. I already know.
Right. So this is Blast from the Past.
Okay.
Because his name is Blast. So that's why it's spelled that way. But so it's time travel. Okay. We have our heroine who's from 2023. And then this cowboy shows up from 1949. And it is a good time. And let me tell you, I was dying because this cowboy, like any typical Jessica Kane hero, he just immediately wants to get in the heroine's pants. And she's like, you're from the 40s. I have a feeling that you don't know how to please a woman. So she gives him her phone and tells him to just ask Siri about the female orgasm. And I dead.
Stop it! Who else is going to be giving us this?
Right?
Like, stop it.
It was so good. I really liked it. I didn't give it 5 stars quite, but what I really liked about it is because like he's like this cocky, arrogant hero, but then he like falls so hard for her and he's like humbled by that and like I eat that shit up.
Oh my god! And then I cannot wait to see. I love time travel.
Yes,
time travel. You know it.
Listen, her last couple of novellas. Did you read Debutante's Curse by any chance? So the last couple of novellas that I've read by her have this paranormal, maybe there's magic vibe. Like it's very interesting. That one has like a magical thing too. So yeah,
that's so sad.
I'm devastated. I'm devastated. Like truly, honestly, truly. Ugh.
And she's not like, for people that don't know, Jessica Kane is not writing anymore due to piracy. Did she expound on that in her newsletter?
So what I know that like, so Jessica Kane's books are primarily, they're on Kindle Unlimited. So I mean, I guess they're just primarily available on Amazon. And I know that like Amazon in particular is pretty shitty to authors when their books are being pirated. Like they have a weird policy about like pirated books that somehow like falls back on the author as if the author has any control over that, or like I don't know, like I remember reading somewhere where like essentially authors can get punished for their books being pirated, and it's like
and pulled off. They're just shitty to the authors full stop.
Yeah, like
And
period.
yeah, then we continue the the thought. But that's, oh man.
So yeah, and like, well, and what's really been breaking my heart is, so when I, for instance, when I'm making my little like templates on Instagram, or like when I'm filling in my like monthly like reading update, I'll just kind of show something as an example. Like this is what my, books read looks like. What I
Yeah.
do is I go on Google and I just like search like the title of the book, and then I put cover to get like a really crystal clear photo of the cover for this. And it makes me very sad because anytime I search for a title of the book now, it immediately comes up that like a lot of people are searching for like a free PDF, or like clearly like a pirated copy of the book.
Oh.
Yeah. Isn't that awful?
I think too, that's my big thing about like promoting, like just telling people everywhere I'm reading and getting my books from. I'm always talking about, and I feel like I sound like a broken record, but like Hoopla, Libby, I'm always saying like, oh, I'm listening to this on like any play, because there's way, I was just telling my dad, because, we're going to meet Beverly Jenkins tomorrow. He's been very excited, and he's like, dude, he's like Audible. He's like, I want to like listen to Nighthawk, but like how,
Yeah.
$20. And I'm like, get any play. Because there are ways to like get your books and like still support authors and not like
Right. And I understand like some people's libraries don't have the best selection, and I do get that. And obviously like Kindle Unlimited has gone up. And I mean, Amazon is just shitty to authors, and so it's like I don't want to be supporting Amazon anyway, but like I love Kindle Unlimited, and I do really enjoy Audible, because there's a lot of audiobooks that are only from Audible. So, it's definitely
I have Libro FM as well, and so I've got both, and I do like that it does kick back a little bit of that subscription to like a local bookstore that I pick. Like I just try to spread it around. And when I went shopping there, I asked the owner, I was like, are you getting some of these? Are you getting these donations? Tell me right now. Cause she's always in there. She's always giving recs. She likes cozy mysteries. So
cool.
and she was like, no, I get it. She's like, I get the statement like every single like month I get them. So that makes me feel a little bit better. So I definitely still use Kindle Unlimited. I'm still on Audible, but I try to spread it around.
Gotcha.
And like what I can to continue to learn about like what the authors play, like how much they're getting paid, like how, are they getting paid for the page flips? Should I like start the book and like finish it? All of those things I think are important. Like I try.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I know your vlogs make me so happy. I love watching your vlogs.
That means so much to me. Thank you so much. Because I love making them. They're my favorite thing to make.
Yeah.
And so it makes me happy because, of course, I don't create in a vacuum. I want people to enjoy them. But yeah, like my Black girl joy. I love making them. They're so fun. And this is like my favorite season. This and Halloween. Like I just went to a local year-round Halloween store, and
you're like, to me, like you're my Halloween queen, because I feel like every time you go somewhere, you're picking up a new Halloween item, or like you have like your Halloween purchase of the day, like.
Yes. And they're like year round. Like I needed a onesie. I showed Rachel this, but I haven't gone through the whole bag. I needed a onesie, and it came with a headband. And this was like at her business, and I'm like, okay, I love it. So I needed a holiday onesie. And then, I love Oogie Boogie. She had coffee there. I don't know. Is this what the influencers do?
Oh, that's cute. That's so cute.
I got some Oogie Boogie coffee.
Oogie Boogie.
So that's fun. And I needed like a bag for the Love in Las Vegas book signing. I always like to have like a bag, a hands-free bag where I can put like my money and just like all the little things, but not have like a big backpack. So I got the little ghost bag. I can't believe I don't already have this. So this was cute too.
That is really cute.
So it was fun. But I like making them because I feel like you guys are with me. So
yes.
I can do all these things by myself, but I feel like you guys are coming along with me and I'm not by myself. So that always like makes it fun.
Right.
Halloween purchase.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm like, oh, there's hearts. And like he really just wants to connect with Sydney.
So cute.
I'm so curious because we are at this point where we got 2 more days. I just was thinking a lot of my favorites, like my favorite novella of the Novellathon has been The Phantom of Drury Lane by Kate Bateman. Definitely a
Oh,
favorite.
yeah.
My favorite of C.M. Costa was To Ravish a Rogue and Elisa Braden. So all of them have been historicals for me, although I'm not gonna lie, like I'm obsessed with the concept of creepy core. I'm just
I know. I do want to read some of those short stories.
I'm like happy that I'm almost done with Lily Mayne's. I have read Mavis Black's. I need to read Ashley Bennett's, and I need to read C. Rochelle's. I'm halfway through hers, so I'm excited. But like the best story, like and the plot and everything has been historical. So I wanted to know what everyone's favorites have been, so I can reach for what you're picking up. Because when I saw Lynn posting about Elisa Braden, I had to read, and I'm so happy that I did.
Yeah, it's
So good. Great gothic vibe.
Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
Melissa.
I love Alicia. She always makes me so happy with her comments. So sweet. There's 2 volumes of Creepy Core. You know what? I only got the 2nd volume. I was not aware. And then Lexi on Bookstagram let me know that she had gotten the first one and wanted to know if I knew that there were 2. I had no idea. I noticed when I opened up the ebook, I was like, this isn't starting where Cleo Evans is starting. So there's 2 of these big behemoths, but the other one's on the way. I am getting the other one.
I just love that cover.
The cover is stunning. And you can tell like which volume was which. Obviously it says it like on here, but it also by like the color of the stripes.
That's so fun.
So I'm happy that I have this one. Like the majority of the authors that I know that have written within it are in the 2nd volume. So outside of Clea Evans, so I'm happy to have it.
Yeah.
And
truly, Kate Bateman can do no wrong. I agree. Highly agree.
They're so good. Like just all of them have been so good. Bloody Fairy
Vampire and a Mermaid Black Love novella. I need to check out Be Love because I've been having fans only just sitting on my Kindle.
Oh yeah, you gotta read
that for so long.
Yeah, you gotta read that. That was fun. Friends to lovers.
Yes, happy Friday.
Happy Friday. I need to read Bloody Fairy though. Come on.
No, wait, I need to look that up. That sounds so good. I'll show you all the
Muscles and Monsters. Oh, I love it. It's so sweet. Like that one, I feel like captures the feeling of a crush. Like it has crush vibes. And I just love that. It is so sweet. It is so sweet. I love Ashley Bennett. So that's why, like, I'm not finished with C. Rochelle's and I'm in Lily Mayne's, but I want to immediately go to Ashley Bennett's story because I know it's going to give me all the feels. Like her monster.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like it's a good entry point. Like if you're not a monsters girly, you can get past the anatomy or like heroes that aren't humanoid and aren't like shifting in and out. The romances are just so sweet. I think she's such a good entry point. Like Caitlin from the Love Librarian said that in her video when she was talking about Ashley Bennett. And I was like, that is so true. She is the perfect, like cute, cozy entry point to monster romance. Like if you're not sure about all this stuff, like I'm over here like, yeah, but if you're not, like, give me the black smoke, give me the, you know what I mean? Give me the, give me the tentacles with parameters and all of that. But if you're not, I think that Ashley Bennett is perfect.
Yeah, I've never read her stuff. I'll have to look it up.
Plus, there's so many too that I'm going to be bringing into November or just later on. Like this.
I found some on Hoopla. I found some audiobooks.
Please tell Rachel to do a dang video. She needs to do a video. She has, like, you need to teach me your ways. You have found so many books, so many novellas on Hoopla.
Yeah.
Yes.
And for real, it's just a matter of like thinking of books. Anytime, this is what I do. Anytime a new book comes my way, I immediately look for where I can find it.
Right.
So Hoopla, Libby, and then KU. If it's on none of those, which that's very unusual, then I'd go maybe the Audible route if I wanted to get the audiobook, for instance. But like, Yeah, like that's the first thing I do when I hear about a book that I really want to read. I'm like, okay, well, where is it? Let's find it. Like,
I'm tired. I'm like, any play, any play, any play. Is it on there? Is it on there? And then like I check Hoopla first because I can go a little bit faster in my audiobooks on Hoopla. Although, am I the only one where I used to not be able to listen faster than 1x speed? I really couldn't. And I was trying to look for videos because I do like everything in like Snapchat. I learned to do that because I can keep everything. Like I have everything. The first time I read Lily May's Monster series, like in 2021, I have my literal thoughts because it's in Snapchat where like Instagram will lose things. And I was trying to look and see, but I could not listen past 1x speed. Then it's gotten to the point like now, depending upon accent, I could listen at 3 to 3.5, but I find myself wanting to listen at like 2. I don't really want to go like too fast.
yeah, yeah.
But I want the option. So like I do check Hoopla first, and then I'll check any play because it goes up to 2x speed now. It used to just be 1.75. But yeah, I'm checking. Yeah, you should. If you want to like listen to something faster, if it's a contemporary, and I can drive. I want to listen to it at 3 if I can, because there's some audiobooks where like they're 12 hours, and I'm like, this is a 4-hour audiobook. It's not like it sounds like it's at 2 times. But I've been reading a little bit or listening a little bit. Well, listening is reading a little bit slower, just so that like I can live in the story. I did that with To Ravish a Rogue. It was through Hoopla, and I could have bumped it up, but like 2 was great. Like I can't wait.
Okay, you know what's crazy about To Ravish a Rogue is that I went on KU to look it up, and like, how is the audiobook out so early when like the Kindle or paperback isn't out until the 24th?
That's what I said last reading spring. I was like, what? Like I was shocked. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. So like part of me kind of wants to wait till it comes out, because like I feel like when you give me monster and historical, like I kind of want to be able to see it with my eyes and listen to it at the same time, So
you will enjoy doing both. The audiobook is great. It's same narrator that Sarah McLean. Her voice is just so distinct.
Oh, Justine Eyre.
That's what who it sounded like. Oh, her voice is just so cozy to me.
Yeah, I like her narrations. Yeah,
I do too. And I like how she I don't know, and I kind of like how she does like the men, and like she's just very talented, and she makes me.
So we've got Mel is reading a Christmas book, because why not? We're close to the season, like might as well.
I almost snuck in like there's a thriller that's out. It's a novella and it's Christmas themed. I'm like, oh, I want to throw that in here. Seduced by the Pumpkin King and for the Mothman. Yes!
Come on, Mothman.
I love them. They read them on the live together. And you know me, I'm always trying to like see what someone's face is while they're reading it. Oh my God, it's so fun.
Oh, that is fun.
Yes. Yes.
Grove is really good. That's a really good one. Yeah.
That I read the group book. So I wanted to make sure that I read it before we interviewed her. So I think I got all my CM Niscosto reads in, because I read 2 for Tea, Morning Glory, Milky Fire, bro.
It was so good.
I wasn't expecting, like, because I didn't know what to expect. I was just out here. I don't know, trying to be an architect and like map out what was happening. And like, it's so jarring for like her to be doing her job, okay, and then like when they talk to her, I'm like, wait, why are you? She really built that world. Like it was a very weird concept, but it was also very creative and cool. I was like, this is so interesting.
I know, like my first question for her is just gonna be like, how did you come up with that plot, girl? Like how?
It's so wild, and sneak in very important conversations about like the stigma of like what's sex work, what's not sex work, because she has those conversations, and I'm like, okay. I mean, yes, yeah. So I'm very curious.
Yeah.
Kate Bateman is just killing the game. That entire series.
Yes, it's so good. It's so
good. And that one's right before this one, where like the heroine in Phantom of Drury Lane, she's just getting into London after all of that. Ashley Mack,
Have
yes.
you read this one?
I have. It was a while ago
It
though.
was so good. I
It
really liked
was.
it. Yeah.
And there's another one. There's a second one, I
Yes.
believe. Yeah. So I haven't read that one yet.
So yeah, I have not read Hollow yet. I'm planning on tonight, like after I finish the Elisa Braden, I think I'm gonna just jump into Hollow. And so I'm very, very interested because I think I told y'all the other day, like I've seen so many reviews that like people really enjoy one of the short stories and then people hate the other one. I'm like, girl,
Yeah.
what's going on? What is going on?
Yeah, you'll have to see because they are. It's two separate, and there's two separate stories, and like I like things from both of them. I mean I don't want to sound like a raunchy girl, but I love the locker room one. I
I've
just
heard, I
like,
know, I've heard about the locker room. I'm very intrigued. I'm very intrigued.
I mean, is there a lot of plot? No, but but I couldn't put that down. I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot diamond paint right now. Let me focus, settle in with this
Right.
cocoa. And I just and then the second story. Actually, I did enjoy it. Was different. It's different. So I'm gonna let you have your experience with it. But
Ooh, yeah, I might be
two
able to try
very
this one.
different stories. Like two
Yeah.
very different stories.
Well,
And
that's
I like
fun.
her profession. Like she's a school teacher, kind of a nomad, like living this sort of like vagrant lifestyle because she'll get a job as a school teacher in one town. And of course, her instructing young women about anything outside of like the tasks of domesticity causes issues, or like
Oh,
so, and
okay.
so she's always picking up and moving on. And of course, she loves Sleepy Hollow in that small town, and she can see spirits and things like that. And so that's how we meet her at the beginning. Her having a history of being able to see them and being very quiet about it, but loving this town that's all about their lore and sharing it and not sharing all that she's actually seeing. And her run-ins with a certain headless
Ooh, yeah, I'm excited. So,
fantasies about him. So I did like the concept of that.
yeah, yeah. So speaking of that, like, let's just get into a reading
Yes.
sprint.
Yes, that's April's telling you it. Yeah, the locker room's like, 90-10 spot.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Oh,
Kasha.
Kasha Thompson.
Oh,
Watched her.
a cozy read. That sounds so
Yes,
good.
I'm writing this down.
Okay, so I think what we'll do is a 40-minute sprint.
Yes.
Okay.
You'll be done with that.
Yeah, I probably will be done with the Lisa Braden and then I can jump into Hollow. So all right, guys, we're gonna turn off our mics and we'll see you guys in 40 minutes. All right. How did everybody's sprint go?
Oh my gosh, Melissa.
Ooh. Okay, now we got to read this. So she's talking about, I think it's called Blood Fairy by B. Love. And now we need to read this.
I know, right? I finished Lily Main's ghoulish MM story, and it's so sweet.
Oh, good.
So it seems like volume 2 is bookended by ghoul stories. The first was MF, and it was set in like an oddities gift shop, and he's looking for a new like cash register because they have ghoulish things that they're being summoned for Halloween, and it ends up being his high school like crush when he was living, and she doesn't remember him, and it's like fake dating. This one is MM, and they're both like they work in the kitchen at Creepy Court, which is a mall with like a bunch of different like shops. So there's of course human stores, but there's also stores owned by like creatures. And he's a ghoul, but like they've kept it secret. So they kind of pitch it like their kitchen is for dietary restrictions so that they can get away with, you know, serving people. And Ricky is like the new like hire for the human side, and it's the romance. It's so cute. It was so cute.
So how many pages would you say is each story?
The one that I just read by Lily Main was about 100.
Okay.
Maeve Black's was a little bit over that, so they're shorter. Like I was just looking to see how long Ashley Bennett's would be. This looks like it's a sapphic romance between a human woman that wants to be a fashion designer that works at her family's like roller dome. Like these businesses are so cool. Yeah. And like she catches the eye of Rhonda, who has like a really cool like Halloween costume, and they have a one night stand, and she's very rock and roll. I don't know. I can't wait to get into it. That one's like 100 pages. So they're like 100, 150. C. Rochelle's is a little bit longer than that. They're not too long.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm thinking I downloaded volume 1 off of KU. So I'm thinking that like maybe I'll like skip around and like maybe see which ones like sound good. Like I'm definitely not gonna read the Mantis one.
I know. I just have Cleo Evans though, so I'm like, I think that's the first one. And if you got it through KU, you have both volumes, so you have everything.
It's both volumes. Yes. Oh, that's why it's like 1,000 pages. Okay,
exactly. Yeah, you have both volumes. So
cool.
Like in print, you'll notice there's two because they couldn't get all of them in one book.
Yeah.
Like volume 2 will start with Maeve Black, but yeah.
Okay.
The Mantis.
So which one has been your favorite so far in that volume?
I like Maeve Black's.
And which one was that about?
That's the first one, and that's called Dreadful Things.
Ooh.
And he's cool. And it's the high school sweetheart, fake dating, teach me, okay?
Or I think Maeve Black goes by they, but they love writing Teach Me, and I'm here for it.
I'm here for it. I'm like, yes, like it, and it's just a very creative how it's like roped in, and so that's the one that I've liked so far. And I did love Lily Mains. I can't wait to read Ashley Bennett, so I probably will be able to finish Ashley Bennett's and C. Rochelle's today, which will make me feel like I've at least visited. I want to meet some new authors in here, but at least for the Novellathon, I want to read the authors that I know.
Gotcha. Yeah. So
yes,
reading the Ashley Bennett. I need to check out that audiobook.
Oh, it's cozy. I love that. Yeah, I've been hearing some wild things about volume 1, so I need to just go and look at like what the synopsis.
Yeah, what's in volume 1?
Yeah, I'm like, what is it? Because Samantha was geeking me out with the praying mantis.
I know. I'm dead with that.
I'm like, I don't know if I want. I maybe with the mantis I actually, oddly enough, enjoyed. You know, I thought that was just like wild. It's wild. I can't eat edamame or snap peas, but it's wild. I thought it was entertaining. Like,
yeah. So the Kate Daniels world. Okay, so speaking of this series is being adapted by graphic audio, because I've seen like the first 3 books I think are now out in graphic audio, which is really exciting. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I saw your Get Ready With Me recent 5-star reads, like I'm game now. Like I'm game.
Oh my God. Yes. Hidden Legacy, burn for me. So good.
Yeah,
So
like
good.
because you're like, if you haven't read these yet, and I'm like, she's right. Like I have not read these yet, and I have some of them on my shelves, and I'm like, all right, it might be time. It might be time.
Yeah. So Kate Daniels, I remember, so I actually did try starting this series. I read the first book a couple years ago and I gave it like 3.5 stars. And I'm just wondering, like, maybe the graphic audio experience is the way to go. So I think I'm going to try the series again, but like wait until a couple more books come out on graphic audio and then just kind of, work my way through it. But it is a really interesting world. The Kate Daniels world. It is so cool.
I want to get on it because when you were talking about Lona Andrews, I was like, ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Pick those up.
Yeah, their writing is so good. It's so good.
You sold it. Graphic audio is where it's at. It is so cinematic. Okay. I'm here for it. I think my first audiobook production that was similar to that was like The AI Who Loved Me. I think it's by Alyssa Cole. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's Audible original.
Yeah, remember that Audible original? Like that was like when I first heard that.
That's cool. Yeah.
I was like,
anytime like audiobooks have like the sound effects, like this is kind of random, but since we're getting into the Christmas season soon, there is an audiobook. I don't remember, it might be Audible only, but I think it's like free if you have Audible. Okay. And it was an audiobook version of The Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. And it is that kind of production. Like you hear like the sound of the chains with like Marley and like, oh my God, it's so cool. It feels like you're listening to a movie. It is amazing. It is so good.
Oh my God, I love it. I can't wait. I wish the season was like so much longer than it is. I can't believe we only have like 2 more weeks left. Come on.
Right? Right? Yes.
So,
yes.
Yes. Yeah, I really want to get into the books already because I have a lot of them.
Tiffany, I know you'd love them. You would love them. I would start with what I did. I did Hidden Legacy. They're 2 different series. So Hidden Legacy, and then I'm going to try to start Kate Daniels soon with the graphic audios. Okay. But yeah, so good.
In November. That's another thing too. Like Cursed Cocktails is a cozy fantasy that I adored. Because like after Legends and Lattes, I was looking for something, and Sword and Thistle by S.L. Rowland is definitely on my TBR for the Novellathon, but I really want to prioritize Love Potion instead because it's sapphic, it's going to be cozy, and I have that physically, and then I'll probably just move on to, I'm realizing like October is almost done, but November is still going to be here. So I might do a lot of my cozies in November, even if they are paranormal. I mean, I'm reading paranormal all year, so let's just be real here. I think I'm going to save a lot of them for November because I'm like, oh, there's just so much.
Yeah, I definitely can't like read all of the books I want to read for the season like in October. Like it definitely has to lead into November. Like I don't have the time to read all the books. So
oh my gosh, then your favorite? See, now I gotta like.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, next level. Because so Ilona Andrews, for those of you that may not know, they're a husband and wife writing duo. Her husband, he is from a branch of the army or of the military. I can't remember which one, but he was like a sergeant at some point. And so what's really cool about his background is that like during the action scenes and shit, like you can tell they know their shit about like military grade weapons and like it's just so cool. And then like I assume that the romance parts come from her, but I don't know. I mean, they could be collaborating on both, but like it's so amazing. It's so good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I have to.
Yeah.
I still need to finish Immortals After Dark. I'm like book 5 within Immortals After Dark. I'm like, girl.
There's so many books in that series. My God.
And it's so fun to like read and then listen to the Fated Mates podcast. And I was doing that. And then I was like, okay, I want to just dedicate some time to that. Cause you know me, I'm a series binger.
Yeah.
I like to just stay in a world. But I feel like there are so many books that I want to get to. I don't know if I can.
Yeah.
So many.
So many, and unfortunately work gets in the way of
I know work is so rude. If I could just take like 1 month off, paid, of course.
right.
Okay, I would just read and like, oh, I want to so bad. I am. It's exciting though. I'm getting this like new library together because I am moving. So I'm like moving. I don't know where anything is. I'm like moving all these books. They're everywhere in here. And but that's exciting. I want to like take time off to do that. And my boss is done with me. They were like, didn't you go to Disney World? Didn't you go to Texas? Didn't you
And
go? Yeah, I know. I'm like,
and
you know what? And I'm vacation. You know, I'm doing this vacation for Love in Las Vegas. I'm like, yeah, so.
yeah. Oh, Lynn, I did see. So this series, this is a completely separate series by Luna Andrews. I think all of them are out on graphic audio. Actually, Lynn, you'll have to tell me if the series is complete because I don't remember. I'm
The
not sure.
Innkeeper Chronicles.
Yeah, I don't remember if the series is complete. I know there's at least like 3 or 4 books, but yeah.
Here you
But
go.
yeah, she's from Russia, and so she brings in a lot of interesting things from her background too. It's just so cool.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You're ruining it. You're ruining it. Like I'm trying to. So how do you feel about like just the rest of the year in terms of like your reading? Do you plan on? Because I'm trying to do some research here as to how to organize because I'm already starting to try to like film for December because I'm like I'm gonna have to pre-film if I want to do everything I want to do. So I'm wondering like, are you just mood reading? Are there certain books that you're just like, I have to get to by the end of the year? Do you have that list together yet? Or are you just like picking them up as you can and feel?
Yeah, like this year's just been so weird for me reading wise, just because of for me, basically I was like picking up more and more hours at work, and now starting in September I'm full time. So, and unfortunately my job is not the type of job that I could be listening to an audiobook. I wish it was. You know, like some people literally can listen to an audio while working, and I'm so jealous.
I know.
I wish that was my job, but it's not. And so because of that, like I can't read as many books as I used to. Like let's think 2022, I was able to read a book a day. Like that was so normal for me. And like now that's like cut in half, maybe even more. Like now it takes me like 2 to 3 days to read a book, like, you know. And so for me, the past couple months especially, I've just kind of made TBRs, but like it's more like, what am I in the mood for? Like, what am I excited about? Because it truly is an escape, maybe more than ever, because I'm so busy, you know? So, I mean, yeah, it definitely has turned into mood reading. In terms of like content for December, I am still planning on doing Vlogmas.
Yes. Please give it to us. I'm going to be doing Vlogmas stuff too, but I have to, because I did that last year, I now know how to go into that.
Yeah.
I just know, like, because there was like one last video that I filmed it. I film a lot of things that I don't always upload.
Really? That's crazy.
I know. And like for whatever, because if it's timely, like Vlogmas, if it's not edited in time and up, I'm not going to like post my Vlogmas video the first week of January.
Right.
Like, you know, my life, and it's like, yes, for being full time now. Yes, for they need Rachel. Like, yes, for, you know what I mean? It's like all these great things are happening. So my life is very full, and I'm very excited. But it also has changed my reading as well, where I was reading like 1 to 2 books a day. I still think I read a lot, but not as much as I was.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then wanting to like make all the videos that I want to make too. There's that too. That cuts into it as well. I wish I was somebody that could listen to audiobooks and edit. I cannot. I have to like.
I can't either. Yeah, I can't
do that. So yeah, at the end of the year, it's so much fun. It goes by so fast. So I'm trying to like figure out. You know, I think right now my strategy is just been like picking up what brings me joy. And I think more than ever, I have always been like a reader that's been in like 7 different books at once.
Yeah.
I've always been like that. Well, lately it's taken me like a month to go back to them. Like last month, it took me like a couple months to go back to books like I was thoroughly enjoying, like Berries and Greed
Yeah.
by Lily Main. I was loving that. It took me like 2 months to finally get back to it. So I think I definitely can relate to not being able to pick up as much, but I feel like we're doing it right, you know.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
We can. So
Yeah, I definitely would. I don't. You'll have to tell me how you do Vlogmas, but what's really been working for me the past couple of years, and I'm going to do that again this year, is doing a weekly vlog. So I am vlogging the entire month, but I'm not posting like every day like some people. It's being posted like every Monday,
yeah.
essentially. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to fit a lot of, because I don't do very many recommendation videos. I'm like, well, okay, for Christmas time, maybe I should do that and just start pre-filming those. So I
Yeah.
can do that around like Vlogmas, Vlogmas,
Yeah.
so I can have some stuff up and like actually do some recommendations. So I'm having fun with it. You know, I'm having fun with it, but I'm so curious to see like how's everyone going to tackle the end of the year, because I mean it's a blessing to be so busy, but it is so busy, and then mental health too at this time of year is like a lot. So
Oh
it's like,
yeah, it starts to
this.
tank through in like the holiday season. I mean, for a lot of people, and you know, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
dopamine
really
is needed. That's my holiday purchases of the day. I need those. I need
right.
I'm like, oh my god, I'll look over and see like Oogie Boogie, and it makes me happy. I need
Right.
all that stimulation, so this should be fun. Like this has been so much fun. Just seeing,
Yeah.
like, I love novellas because it makes me feel accomplished. It's kind of
Yes.
like I feel when I'm baking. I can start it and I know I'm gonna finish it.
Right.
And I like enjoy novellas. Like they make me happy. I can go into a bonkers plot, like get in, get out, get my HEA. And then I'm always surprised with the shorties with girth. Like, you know, Kate Bateman. I was like, oh my God, I love this. This is a full-fledged like story. I love the retelling. I love the romance. And it was short, sweet, and I got in and got out. Felt accomplished. So
right, exactly. Like this is like the first week in a long time where I've been able to finish something every day. So like, I do feel accomplished.
Right? I'm like, okay. It's nice. It's nice.
Right.
It's been super fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I can give you, you know, Rachel's been telling me to do, I have written an entire album with my BS antics. I don't know. I don't sleep so much filming.
Oh my God. Yes, I do one every year. I do a bloopers video at the end of the year. And so what I do, the easiest way to do this, and I'm sure Tiffany, like you said, you've been kind of doing this, is that like, as I'm editing any video, if I find a clip that is just off the wall, I take it and I put it in a separate file for bloopers. And so that in December, when I'm looking to edit that video, the clips are all there. And then, you know, that's how I do it. So I already have like 5 minutes of footage or something.
I have whole songs.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. I swear. And some of them are lit, but like, and it's like, I find them funny, but not when I'm like, I'm just getting off work. It's 2:00 in the morning. I'm trying to get this video out. And I feel like I'm a menace to myself. I'm like,
right.
No one's gonna buy this album. Like, why? I don't know why I create like these songs. So like, I'm happy for like, pass me, do your thing, girl. And she's always speaking life into me, telling me to sit up straight, get snacks. Are you? But it's like, can you start the video? It takes me so long to edit because I do crap like that. It's so crazy. Right. But yeah, I do like a mashup of like, there's just a ton of vlogs that I was filming too. Like before I got a lot of dental work, I was filming a lot, and I just like, I don't know, I was like insecure, and I just didn't want people to see my mouth, and like, or it's like a mental health thing, and it takes me like a week to edit it. And if it's timely, if I feel like it's a timely vlog, I just won't come out with it. So it'd be fun to maybe do that, and even like show some of the Vlogmas stuff from last year, because I did so much.
Yeah, well, and I was about to say, because you brought up about Vlogmas, like maybe not wanting to post a vlog after January 1st because it's not timely anymore. But like, I can't speak for everybody, but like, I'll still watch it. Like, you know, like I don't care that like you're still talking about Christmas and it's now January 10th, or like, you know, whatever. Like, I truly don't care.
They'd be fun to make. Oh
Come
yeah.
on, fall tag.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, because fall's still November. So I'm like, wait a minute. I can take a lot of my cozy autumnal books, okay, that everyone's just like, you get a rec, and I'm taking all the recs. And I can take all those and like I can push them to November because there's so many new releases that I want to read this month that I'm like partially the way into as well. And then I just want like to comfort read.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm trying to like comfort read. There's a new fantasy romance that I want to read. Let me see if I can find it. And I'm like, I don't care if it's fantasy. I don't care if it's going to take me like, if it takes me 4 days, 5 days, I don't care.
Yeah.
I really want to read it.
Yeah.
It is.
Come on, 4 vlogs. Oh my God, Melissa. How are you functioning? 4 vlogs at the same time. God.
Kill it. Kill it.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm doing a vlog for the Novellathon. Hopefully it comes out. I'll just disclose that because I was like, I need to stop telling people what I'm doing because when I do that, things don't come out. They don't. Every time I'm like, oh, I'm thinking about doing this.
Like, also, speaking of fantasy romance, have we all seen Juliet Cross's new cover for her new series? I'm gonna find a picture of it now because you guys need to see it.
I adore.
Oh my God. I was not prepared.
I wasn't either. And I was on Carrie's page and I'm like, oh my God.
It's unreal.
It is. And I cannot wait.
Yeah, like, and I read the synopsis and I was like, this sounds incredible.
Right? I'm like, yes, please. I cannot wait.
I can find the picture that I was looking at.
Why don't I have?
Oh, because she did the cover reveal today. That's why. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna find this, and then we can all gush about it together. So. Okay.
Here it is. The Scarlet Alchemist.
I'm dead. I am dead. Oh my God! Like.
It's so pretty.
And it comes out the same day as Crescent City 3.
Ah! You go, Juliet. Cry your shit. I love that for her.
I love that, honestly.
If you're not going to be picking up that, pick up this.
Right. Well, I'm trying to see if maybe in the coming days or weeks, if she's going to announce like a specific place to pre-order it. You know, because sometimes there's like goodies, like bookmarks, or even a special edition or something. I don't know.
She's really good about that, like her art prints and stuff like that. I am going to look into that. That is a good idea. I'm going to do that.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I went to the Scarlet Alchemist this month, and I'm like, I can't.
Oh, who was that by?
This is by, what is it? Kylie Lee Baker. New to me. It'll be a new to me author, but like the concept of it sounded so cool. It is a fantasy, and she is an alchemist. It's supposed to be like a dark adult fantasy.
Oh, cool.
Young adult. But I was like interested in that, and I'm like, I feel like mood reading, but do I have time? And I'm like, who cares? We're just gonna pick up what we want. I'm just gonna pick up what I want to read.
Well, and speaking of like fantasy romance and stuff, I've noticed that like as we're getting into, you know, November's coming up soon, December, like I'm definitely late fall into winter is definitely like a fantasy mood for me. So like what did I buy the other day? I bought what is it, like the Hurricane Wars? That's a new fantasy romance. The first book in Stephanie Garber's like Once Upon a Broken Heart. That one's more YA, but Crystal was talking about it, and I was like,
done. I know,
right?
Like, I swear to God, it's a problem. It's so parasocial of me. If Crystal's like, you know what, this, and I'm like, I have a whole Amazon list. I'm like, okay, done. Sold.
Right.
That woman could moves books up for me. If I've had it on my TBR and she's talking, that's it. That's it.
Because like
Especially
the way that she talks about books, like she is just so eloquent. Like she's so good with words. And like I could never. I could never.
Well, she got me on like she got me questioning like why does this work for me? I wasn't thinking about that.
Right.
I was just reading, and that's okay if you do that. But she got me, and that's okay. But she just got me questioning, like, oh, what is it about this that works for me? Like, I noticed that I'm picking up. I don't know. I noticed that I'm picking up a lot of like forced proximity. What is it about forced proximity that I love? You know what I mean?
Oh, that is, yeah.
I start to pay attention to like what I'm reaching for. Because I also was starting to look when I was doing my stats and stuff. I'm like, my average rating is 4 stars. That's pretty high.
That is
With
high.
like a year of reading, like over 2 years of reading over 500 books, and the average rating is 4 stars. Like, why is it 4? Oh, because I'm like picking up sexy deals. I'm picking up forced proximity. I'm picking up, dark mafia, but like I'm picking up things that I know I'm gonna enjoy. Why is that? So I love Crystal. She got me thinking about that.
Yes, it's so true.
Isn't
It's so true.
Like her vlogs are what made me go, oh, okay. Like,
yeah.
I might want to do a vlog.
And honestly, I have to appreciate her discussions, especially recently about like, and Jessen too has an amazing video about this, about like spice and romance, and like how spice and romance are 2 different things, and like why spice has taken over the industry, the genre, unfortunately. Like I love their discussions. I just love the way both of them talk about
it. They add so much. They add so much to the space. Yeah. And I really did like Justin's video, and I have continued to just felt like just how open. It's Crystal said something in her stories once where she was like, reviewing books is actually very vulnerable, because you're opening yourself up to the way that we review books is very telling as to like who we are as people.
Yeah.
Because you can only, experience a book through, your lens. And of course, I feel like mine is broadened because of my reading,
Same.
But I really did like how Justin goes over like the different genres. Like if you want erotica, say that, because I know I want erotica.
Yeah.
But I also am very clear, like when I'm in a BDSM romance, it's like I want the steam to like highlight their emotional development too. Don't just throw in good girls, throw in good girls. Who's saying it? Why are they saying it? Don't play me and just give me a good girl.
Wow! When she said that, I was gagged.
Gagged. I'm like, don't be. That's like what Motown used to say. You don't just throw woo woos into the rib. You can't just throw woo woo in there. A reason, and I'm like, I feel that. So I really like that. Like going over just the spectrum of like what is there. So yeah, I love it.
And like one thing that also stood out about Jessen's video that I loved was like her giving examples of like how the hero thinks about the heroine, whether it be like the first time he sees her or like whatever. And I was like, oh my God, like this is so true. It's like so true.
It sets the tone. Yeah, the meet cute. I was, it's so true. So I'm like, this is just so valuable. And I love them for that. 90% allspice is erotica. And then, yes, nothing wrong. It's not. Right. Well, that's the thing. And that's why, especially when we think about being in the Novellathon, like this is the time where like, I know, what is that ridiculous novella with the blue aliens with the longest time? That time I got derailed by 2.
Oh yeah, I got like railed by 2 aliens, and
I know what I'm in for when I'm going into a novella like that. I know what I'm in for when I'm going into like a Jessica Kane. Like I know, you know what I mean? I have my mind primed for that, and I still love and enjoy them, and that's what I celebrate. But it's true. It's like I have a one hat on when I'm going into an erotica that happens to be a novella,
right?
And then like. And I have another hat on when I'm going into like a contemporary romance. And you're right, it's like 90% of it is spice. And where's the romance? Where's the Rachel, you have got to listen to Remain Nameless by Hey Jude 19. You have to. It's like it's go.
Yeah, I've read it. Believe me, I know. Like
it's like
I know.
I'm like, right? I'm like, this is romance. I'm like, I just, you know what I mean?
Well, and see, that's the that I totally agree, and like that's why, like you just brought up with like Novellathon, I am down to clown when it comes to Novellathon. Like I know that like 90% of what I'm reading this week is just smut. It is just erotica. And like that's fun, but then there's other times where like, give me the fucking romance, make me cry. Like, you know?
Which is why, circling back to Morning Glory Milking Farm, I was surprised.
Yeah,
because I'm like, we're in an erotica about her literally getting hired to milk him, and like he's hella sweet, talking about I'm gonna spoil you.
I know.
I was like, sir.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's like I am so down to clown as well. I'm down to clown, but I think people get it twisted because we will get behind something like Squeak. I also want to, which Melissa read Squeak, by the way.
She did?
She did.
Oh my god, I love
that.
Wait, Tiffany, I need you to read. Speaking of Vera Valentine, I need you to read a novella called Hayseed.
I have.
Wait, you have? Ah!
I read it last year.
Oh my god, that novella took me out.
That is the scarecrow, like the one with the scarecrow on the cover.
Yes.
Dude, Vera is talk about maybe Vera's gonna be it for us. Maybe because Vera needs to churn them out like Jessica Kane was churning them out. I don't know if I can read the Door one. Let's talk about the audiobook that I heard about her. Is it called Unhinged?
We need to listen to that audiobook. Where can I find it?
What are we going to be doing with these sprints? What are we doing?
What I'm thinking, like, is there a way that we could like listen to it live and we can just be like reacting to it? Like,
oh my god! Okay, we need to find it because when I heard that so Unhinged by Vera, is it called Unhinged? It's a romance between a woman it's an erotica between her and a door. Do I know how this is happening? No. Have I heard that there's an audiobook? And speaking of graphic audio, circling it all the way back, are there sound effects of said door? Like, I'm so amazed at like this.
I can't.
The links. Is it on Hoopla? I'm gonna freaking die if you got it on.
No, it's not on Hoopla, but Squeak is on Hoopla.
Oh, real? I love Squeak.
Wait, how the heck am I going to listen to this? It's not on Libby. It's not on Hoopla.
Wait, but is it on Anyplay? I mean Anyplay.
I gotta look up where the hell this is.
Vera Valentine. This audiobook, and I'm like, oh my god, am I gonna read? Well, I'm influenced. You're doing it, so I'm doing it. But like,
either way, we have to listen to the audiobook. Like, there's no.
Yeah, if it's there, we have to do that. If it's there, that's what we're doing. But yeah, I'm totally down to clown. Like,
okay, the audiobook, I found it on Amazon. It's only like $4.
Oh, I could do that.
And it's a 2-hour audiobook. Like, we're really about to be out here listening to this audiobook.
Wait a minute.
Like, Vera Valentine is just next level unhinged.
But then tell me why Hayseed, like, kind of works, though.
Okay, but Hayseed, I gave 5 stars.
Yeah, that's I'm like, let's just talk about it, though.
Like, so for those of you that don't know, this is a romance, like a scarecrow. We've got a scarecrow that comes to life, and he becomes kind of human, basically, like when he comes to life. And meanwhile, the heroine has this shitty, abusive boyfriend. Mm-hmm. And so then the scarecrow comes to life and he's like, we're going to punish this dude. So they have sex in front of the boyfriend. And it's a good time.
It is.
It's a good time. I gave it 5 stars.
Perfect for the autumn season. It's very short, too.
Yeah, it is. Caught up. I need to get into Liz Tomford. That's what I need to do.
Have you read any of the books?
No. Mm-mm. But I think one of them is on Hoopla. I think.
Really?
Me and Hoopla. Let's see.
I know. I need your searching prowess. I need.
Yes, both Mile High and The Right Move. Yeah.
The Right Move had the meditation on quiet love. I absolutely loved.
Ooh.
And I did.
I know. I need to read these. I need to read these books. Y'all been
on Hoopla. You need to. Yeah, you can heart them because they're. I didn't know they were on Hoopla though. And Caught Up did release with the audiobook.
I know that one's like very recent. Yeah.
Yes, like October 10th. So I mean, this would be the time to get caught up.
Right. Exactly. So we were talking about Vera Valentine. The Unhinged is the door one, and the audiobook was like $4 on Amazon. I'm probably gonna just go ahead and buy it.
We're just being ridiculous. Okay, but but we're talking about Hayseed.
But Hayseed is the Scarecrow one by the same author. Highly would recommend because it's perfect for this time of year. And I loved it.
Go ahead and grab Squeak.
And Squeak. And Tiffany needs to read Squeal.
I need to read Squeal. I haven't read the second one. You know what it was about Squeak? I'm like, MMF balloon shifters. I'm actually saying that I'm reading this. So that was one. That was the first, like, when I got into BookTube and I saw like Read From in 11 Words just love and revel in like weird novellas and have fun with them and laugh and like giggle, I was like, okay, this is okay. Because I was coming off the heels of like, picking up a lot of Jessica Kane and stuff. And I was like,
right.
BookTube. So I'm like, okay, like this is okay. It's okay for me. like weird, like my what I thought at the time, alien romance, I thought that was weird at the time. I mean, right. Of course, like holiday aliens with 3 members and stuff like that. Like I thought that was like weird at the time. And so like picking up Squeak and being able to say I stand by these MMF balloon shifters, I do, because there is a reason why. And it was Omegaverse, which goes over my head, to be quite honest. I'm like a neophyte when it comes to Omegaverse, and I loved it. Like their emotional trauma and the reasons why they're seeking her out, I was like, okay, Squeak. And then, of course, it was hilarious. I'm like, give me the funnel cake jizz. Give me the balloon shifter anatomy. Like, it was hilarious, too.
Yeah.
But it was also sad. I wasn't expecting all that. I was like, oh, this is going there.
Well, do you know what book 2 is about?
No, please tell me.
So it's about them essentially bringing a third man into the relationship. And he is a clown shifter. He was also created by the witch, the villain. And so,
but like, how does he enter in? Now I'm because I feel protective of them and this because they're nesting, So I'm like, how does this clown get in the picture here?
Well, you're just gonna have to read it to find out.
Wait a minute. And then, we have a grumpy hero and we have a sunshine hero of this MMF dynamic.
Well, and then the third guy, he's just very sweet. He's just really sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I want to see how the grumpy hero, because he wasn't that's also what I like too. He was reluctant. He was not all about the heroine at all. Why does she need to be here? Okay. Who is this hoe? Why should because they're at the working at the circus or the carnival, and it's like hi, bye. Like, why are you inviting her over? Like, I love that. Like, who is this hoe? So I loved that. So I'm interested in seeing how that particular hero is ushering in this cloud.
Yeah. I mean, she's just so creative. Like wow. But yeah, it was very, very sweet. And it's cool because the second novella also gives a bit more context to, because the one thing about Squeak, I felt like the ending was rushed.
It is.
But this second one gives us some more about that ending, and then we continue on. So I really liked that.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I need to see a cinnamon roll clown.
I know. He's a little sweet. He's a sweetie. Yeah.
That might recast clowns for me too.
Also, speaking of, these titles that I keep finding on Hoopla, I just found the whole Necessary Evil series.
What? Onley James is on there.
Yeah.
Those are novellas. Y'all can read those. Oh my gosh. You know, have you read the newest series yet? I have not read the spin-off series.
I have not because I've only read the first 4 books of Necessary Evils.
Oh, that's fun though. You're still in the glow. Yeah, enjoy that. So you can just binge. Okay,
so I have the last 3 books to listen to.
Is the novella Damaged? That's a novella. You should read that. That's with
you like it? I've seen mixed reviews. Did you like it?
I liked it.
Yeah.
But like
audio for that?
And I'm an Onley James stan. I didn't like Maniac. I didn't like the last book, was my least favorite, to be honest, within the series.
I feel like you're not the only one that I've heard that from.
You know?
Yeah.
And like I said what I said during my review of that. You know, because I just felt like I really wanted to see their romance for so long. It's built up, and I just thought it was talked about. And I'm like, we talked about it enough. I really wanted to like at least just give me a flashback. I've never like begged for one.
Oh, yeah.
I would have taken I want to be in the moment when it's happening. So, you know, but I'm absolutely in love with that found family.
They're so good. So good. Too. That's why it's taking me so long to hear. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like enjoy them. That is the tactic. So it's like if you're at book 4, you know, enjoy it. Like that is the best place to be. Just savor it. Yeah. Because I love them so much. I feel like that about Lily Mayne's Monster series. You know, I picked up Soul Eater. Was it like 21? Something like that. And then I started going through that series, and it's like they just make me smile. Like,
yeah.
And then monsters are just like completely like gone for each other, cinnamon rolls in the worst end of days type of situation when like humanity is just showing their damn asses. Okay. And it's beautiful. I love that series.
Yeah, I read book 1. I still need to continue. But
oh my god. So then Eden, oh, you're gonna love that purple monster.
I loved him when he made an appearance in book 1.
So great. Oh, he's so great. I love Eden. I also have to continue on with C. Rochelle's super villain series because I stopped at Gentlemen Prefer Villains. So like
that's one that I finally recently like got it off KU and got the audiobook for book 1. So I need to read that. Yeah.
They're fun. Mm-hmm. So yeah. I mean, it's been like that's another thing too this year with all the new releases. There's so many series that I need to get back to.
Right.
And like I'm like itching for more historicals. Like I've got to continue on with Julianne Long, which I'm gonna try to read up to book 4, which is like I've read that one, the Snowden one. This is kind of a Snowden time for me. Like
yeah.
Snowden romances too. So I'm trying to get those together.
Did you read book 2 of that?
No, and that's the one after the ending, I'm very interested in reading The Mistress.
That made me cry. It made me cry. Yeah.
Like these are cozy.
Yes.
This is cozy.
Yes.
And then
she gives me slight Tessa Dare vibes too.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've read within the series, but I need to bring it back to what is it, like Night After Dark or after the 4th book.
Oh yeah.
The Snowden one with the opera singer.
That one's so good too. That one is so good.
Oh, I just gotta like knock out these books within series that I want to read. I might just start doing videos. When I have collab videos, I get them done. I'm like, oh, okay. Everything else can go by the wayside. So I might.
Right. Yeah.
Isn't that funny? I'm like, screw my content. I told this person I was going to.
Post on depending on me to get shit done. So like.
It really does. It really does. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yep.
So I might have to do that. Because you know, also too, like I can read them, but then it's talking about the book too. I also want to like talk. You got to talk about it, film it. So.
Oh yeah. Yep. It's a whole thing. It's a whole
It is. But
do we want to do one more sprint?
Yes, I am able to do one more sprint. My parents are coming in. They're not going to be until like later. I'm picking them up from the airport. My dad's so excited about meeting Beverly. Like,
Oh, that's so cool. Do we want to do what, 30 minutes then?
what does everybody in the chat want? Do you guys need a 40-minute sprint? Like for
Do you want
programs?
another 40 minutes? I'm cool with whatever, but do y'all want 40 minutes? Do we want 30 minutes? Do we care?
Yeah, do you guys care? I'm up for what you guys want. Because I could do 40 minutes and
Okay.
get all the way into Miss Ashley Bennett's.
We might as well do 40. I mean, we're here. If anybody has to log off, like, we understand. You know. Yeah. But we'll do 40 and then we'll kind of just wrap it up. Okay, cool. We've got some votes for 40.
And then am I doing Ashley Bennett or am I doing Unhinged, Rachel?
Okay, I really want to find a way for us to like do a live show where I can somehow have us all listen to Unhinged at the same time and we can react to it. Like,
and we need to do that. I think we need to speak to Miss Ray to April, because April.
Oh yeah,
that would be fun. Okay.
Yeah. So okay. let's talk about that. We'll talk about that. That's what
we have to listen to this. Oh my God. We have to, because Samantha read it. She needs to listen to it. I need to hear
Yes, we need to listen.
to those creeps. We need to listen to it. Damn it. Oh my God. Okay.
All right, guys. We'll see y'all in 40 minutes.
Okay, yeah. Let me mute because I'm
Alrighty.
I'm almost finished with Sea Rochelle's. I ended up going to that one because I'm like, I'm almost done with it. Let me just finish it.
Yeah.
It's MMF vampires, and they work in a clothing store it's like a gothic clothing store called Sizzling Discourse. These store names are too much. They are
Also, like you casually drinking your blood, your bag of blood. Is it like a Capri Sun?
Yeah, and you can fill it with whatever you want. I have like my little like Crystal Light juice in here.
That's so cute.
Yeah, this is the O. This is the O positive.
Ooh, yummy.
Well, now because I'm heavily lighted over here, but yeah. It is like a Capri, like it's that much, a little bit more than a Capri Sun, which they've never increased the ounces on Capri Suns. Have you noticed that? The years I have been investing in the Capri Sun, I have been waiting to see like, I don't know, a 64 ounce. I mean, even like Arizona does that now. Like, I'm like, come on. And it's so funny. I don't drink, but I've seen things come out over the years. I've seen like Sunny D mashups with things. I'm like, why haven't they done that with Capri Sun yet?
Right?
Millennials would love that. Like, what do they do?
Yeah, that brings me right back to childhood right there.
Yes. Oh, Sweet Vengeance.
Oh, I love that cover.
Yeah. Oh God, this is like summoned demon. She is summoning him in order to help her get away with murdering her rapist from work.
Oh wow,
it's really good, and it's like really sweet. I got this because Kimberly Lemming was talking about it on her page, and I was like, done, sold. So
yeah,
sold.
Well, that sounds really good.
It is.
And Melissa loved Blood Fairy, so we're gonna have to check that out.
Oh, I'm definitely reading that.
Yeah. Adding to the TBR.
You also read Alyssa Cole, which had disability rep, right?
I love that novella.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good because it's about like the heroine. She listens to this one creator, like I think he makes videos of like random things, kind of like almost like crafting videos, but like she just loves the sound of his voice. And so, yeah. And so then one day he just stops making content. And so she contacts him and she's like, I will pay you to just like talk about anything. Like just talk, because like for her, it's like soothing, like she falls asleep to his voice. And then it goes from there. It's so cute. It's so
what? That sounds so good.
Yeah, Bree recommended it, and anything Bree recommends,
that's what I'm saying. Same.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We talk about auto by authors, but there are just like auto rec like booktubers that I have that I'm like, oh, okay. That's it. Like it's going on the list.
Yeah, literally everything I have read that Bree has recommended has been at least 4 stars. At least.
Do I have it over here? Tangled. I always talk about this because I got it from
I need to read that one.
Tangled Wires I got from freaking Bree. And I'm like, that it started me on my Lillian Lark journey because I was like, AI, sci-fi, interesting.
Right, yeah. I think I have that one on my Kindle actually.
It's a good novella.
Yeah, I just started. I'm like 3 pages into Hollow, so I have.
Oh well, 3 pages it is though.
But like nothing has happened yet. Like it's just been him. Like he's just thinking. Like the first sentence alone. Come on, I'm dead. Dead.
Wait, read it.
It says Ichabod Crane was no stranger to the sound of a sloppy blowjob.
And we're here like, I really like the first story, even though
high art. Yeah, I think I have Tangled Wires. I do. I need to read this. Come on.
You do. You do.
Yeah.
It's wild. And I always say with Tangled Wires, to me, it has the same questions that I ask when I'm in like a psychopath romance. Like, can a non-organic being really love? Can a psychopath love? Can a serial killer love? Like, I love that.
Yeah.
Little meditation in there. It's really good.
Right.
And I love Evolved too for that.
Evolved was really good. Yeah.
Walker is just like, after the weight of it all.
I was about to say, have you read that one? Because I love.
And I read that because of you and because of Desiree.
Yeah. That one made me cry. Like, I was like tearing up so many times.
I feel like that's because I've read The Weight of It All. Any sort of like romance when we're dealing with a curvy heroine or like a plus size hero and like personal training, like that's the blueprint and standard, because that was just body positivity.
Yeah.
All around, even for our hero that is a trainer.
Have you read Weightless by Candy Steiner?
Not yet. I own it.
Because that one has like, he's a personal trainer, you know, so he's training her, and there's like an amazing scene where like she's talking like bad about herself, and then he makes her look in the mirror and he's like,
those are my favorite scenes. Those are those are my favorite scenes. I want to do like an entire rec video. Because there's that Bad Neighbor, and I realized I liked that when I read, I think it's like something O'Keefe, but it's like Bad Neighbor, Grumpy Sunshine. She's in this because she's starting over after helping her sister get out of a domestic violence situation, and he's like a fighter next door, super grump. But like the scene where he has her in front of the mirror, and what I loved about it is that she's talking about how it's not just like sexy and hot, like he has her in front of the mirror, full lights blasting. She's talking about how uncomfortable it is to not only like be in her skin, but before this guy that she like really likes. And he's telling her to go through every part of her body. And I'm like, oh, new kink unlocked. What is this? And it like, that was like the body worship. I was like, I need this.
Yeah, because in Weightless, he like kisses every part of her body that she hates. And like,
I love that. Or when like a heroine's kissing the scars. What was it? Novessa Allen, her MC romance, where I love how there's disability rep, but the fact that she, her leg was wounded. Like, so the heroine is a veteran, war vet, and her like, I forget what her leg is injured. So like, even within the steam, like, he does not act like her leg is injured. Okay, like it's not like there's disability rep, but that's not the only thing about her. It's almost like it's not even. I love that. And he's like kissing that leg. I'm like, yes. It's just, I love that. Oh, that alone that moves it up.
Yeah, Weightless is so good, and it has like some. It turns kind of romantic suspensey towards the end.
Ooh.
Yeah, I need to do my bingo board. I still have not done that.
I never do it. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm excited because we are going to do a giveaway. I have to decide, like, do we do it at the top of the interview, after? But this time around, I wanted it to be open to everyone. So it'll just be Amazon gift cards. Because I have some novellas here that I got from Book Bonanza for, you know, like a giveaway, but I'm like, no, this time we can just, and then people will get them instantly.
Oh, true.
They'll get them instantly right away. So
that is cool.
Get a blackout, fill out that form.
Yeah.
We didn't get that many submissions, so I was like, everybody gets it.
right. Yeah, so everybody out there, everybody watching, get a blackout, fill out the form.
Fill it out. Oh, and if you have any questions, put them, you know, in this video down below. I'll post my questions for CM Miss Costa. If you guys have any questions, get those together. Because I'm excited. I'm excited. I want to know if we're getting more historical romance. I want to know where 2 for Tea came from, because that just felt like just a different tone. There's so many quotes in
I'm
them.
excited to read that one, but I don't think the audio is out quite yet. But because you know me, I'm gonna wait for the audio. But that's what I do.
Heck yeah.
You know.
What's the audio for Anastasia coming out? Is it out?
Oh, I think it's out.
Okay.
I think it's out.
Yeah, I gotta listen to that because I haven't.
Yeah, I haven't either. I need to.
I'm behind on everything. Like I don't even know. I need to pack up my books for this book festival tomorrow. Just like
yeah,
like Ashley Winstead's gonna be there. I have like a couple from her. So I'm like, there are other like authors. Rebecca Yarros is gonna be there, and I don't know if this like Las Vegas Book Festival realizes how big it can be, or if they do. Like if they realize it, or if they don't, if they're gonna be prepared. Because I'm like,
right. I love that, like, low-key Beverly Jenkins is going to be there.
Right? I'm like, her tent can either be fully packed with people like you
That's
and I.
Unreal.
Or like, no, I don't know. I'm just like, I am so excited. Adriana's going to be there. Adriana Herrera's going to be there. Like so many.
Ooh, love her.
Weatherspoon's going to be there on the panel with Beverly.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, okay, Leslie.
Yeah, please get some clips for us. Like,
yeah, I'm hoping to. Well, I'm planning on vlogging it for sure.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna finish the Novellathon vlog, do the Las Vegas Book Festival vlog, and I'm loving Las Vegas. So it's a lot of vlogs.
Yeah. So, what has your dad's favorite Beverly Jenkins book been?
I have to ask him. Because his big thing about her that he loves is how she's weaving in real history. And he'll go in.
Yes, she does.
She's weaving in real history.
It's so good. It is so good.
So good. And I think it was it Vivid with the first female Black doctor that moves to a small town. And he thinks that she's a man that's going to be arriving, and it's a woman. And I think he liked the history that was woven into that because it has ties to where my parents went to medical school. And he was like, I know of this, but I didn't know. So also in Nighthawk, he really liked their story because of all of the history that she wove in there about Chinese Americans and all that.
Oh,
so
yes.
He was like, this is, he just so.
I really liked Nighthawk. Yeah, that's a really good one. Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Maybe not. Yeah, I know. Well, there's so much happening. And then as we were talking about like with work, you know, it's like, what can you put in for? What can't you? And then also like money. I'm like, I want to go to every signing. I want all the pretty books.
Right.
It's so crazy. And then like me too, I was like, oh, I'm not bringing a lot of books to live in Las Vegas, but I'm like, I'm moving into a house. Like I just got a house. Like let me just chill out. You know what I mean? Like I gotta worry about that. Like
just casual, just right? You know, moving into
a house. And like I got even just getting the library together. Like the shelves came first, and then trying to like get that ready. As soon as that library is done, that is what I will be filming because I don't officially move until next year.
Have you vlogged any of that process?
Yes. So thanks to Christy from Christy Reads a Lot, she was like, why don't you just, and it was so sweet because she's like, why don't you just, you know, film a few clips and then you can make it in the future if you want to. And so I started doing that because I was a very, you know, the mental health be needing some love. And I was very like, I'm filming all this stuff and I'm never getting them out. So I don't know, you know, I'm probably just not, but I think she's right. Like I should at least just film the stages because I'm moving the books over there. The shelves are empty. Yes. And, you know, I never really thought of doing like a library tour, but I mean, I've got to move all my books over there. So it's the perfect time to really do that.
Yeah. I need to like reorganize my shelves. That's what I need to do.
And the thing with these shelves is there's no backs to them. So that is the only reason why I stack my books like that. I built these shelves. They are not mounted. They will fall over. And they're leaning up against the wall on that.
I know that's what I worry about. That's why I don't have like tall shelves because I don't want to have to mount them.
Like, yeah. And I was just like, I'm trying to be in my get somebody else to do it era. And
Right.
the IKEA bookshelves, and I had somebody from TaskRabbit. They came and they put them together.
Oh,
And
nice.
them to the wall. And then he was really cool too. He like cut a little hole out so I could have, because I told him, I was like, I want LED lights. Like I could do the strip lights like this, like I did all this myself, but I want lighting and all this like foolishness. And
yeah, so you can like have a mood. You can, it's the ambience, the mood.
Yes, the mood. Because I really don't like white walls at all. Like I'm trying to have the vibe like you have in the background. I'm trying to have that all over
right
my house. You know, like so. Yeah. It's exciting. So I've been like putting into that instead of like I want to go to Sweetgrass. That's in March, right? Sweetgrass in March. I'm really thinking about doing that, but I'm also like, I want to do nice things to my library. So I have to decide.
Right. I know. Oh, yeah. Yep. It's a whole thing.
And it doesn't all have to be done at once. So that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I think we're going to wrap up these reading sprints. Thank you all so much for joining us and for hanging out. We had about 13 people or so hanging out tonight, which is fun.
Oh, yes. Thank you for joining us almost 3 hours later.
Yeah. We got 2, 40-minute sprints in.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's a lot.
That's a lot. And it's a lot for us. Like,
yeah. I remember that one live show where it was like a 3-hour live show and we did like 1 20-minute sprint.
Yeah, it was like 20 minutes. I was dying. I was like, have we done a sprint? And I always love, I forget who it is. I always love when someone's like, I love that nudge. Are we going to do a sprint? Like,
yeah.
I'm like, you know what? We are. That's the only reason we did it.
Yes. All right. Yeah. So on Sunday, we have it's a combo because it's our wrap up live show of the readathon. We're also going to announce the giveaway winners then. So fill out the Google form. We can always post about that more like on our Instagram stories and stuff. Yeah. And then it's also the author interview with CM Nascosta.
I know.
So excited for that now that I have like finally read some of her books. So let us know. You can always leave a comment down below this video. If you have a specific question for CM Nascosta, you can always DM one of us as well, and we'll just kind of keep track of that. And then, we're all very, very excited.
Very, very excited.
Yeah.
We'll definitely keep track of that. I will, the Google form for the giveaway is in a highlight on my page on Instagram. And it's also linked down below in the announcement video on my page. As Rachel said, you can comment on this video. We'll collect all of your questions and get them asked. So.
All right. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you guys on Sunday. Bye.
Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I got a lot of reading in. This is good.
Yeah, I know. I mean, 80 minutes of.
I know. I'm like, so now I'm like one story away